My name is Osoru Mourine. I represent the women of Arua city. Today being an International Women's Day, I want to celebrate the women of Arua city. And as we move forward to this day, Uganda actually has joined the rest of the world to celebrate International Women's Day with the theme of accelerating gender equality. Why this day? One may want to know why this day. This day came to be declared and also to be celebrated on every 8th of March yearly because of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action in the year 1997 by UN. I want to thank the government of Uganda for having recognized our efforts as women and those our achievements that are made by women, that indeed women need to be involved in decision making, that whenever we make decisions regarding women affairs, women can speak better. So I want to appreciate this government for recognizing our achievements. Today, as we celebrate this day, we have women in uniform, women in politics, women in service, women in agriculture, and women in offices. We celebrate them because of the efforts they have been able to make when it comes to the economy of this country. And we look forward to these women because most of them, yes, they are mothers, by the way. The woman today we have in our houses, they are mothers. The woman you have in your home today is a wife, at least to somebody, is a sister to someone, is an auntie to someone, and a daughter to someone. And when it comes to acceleration of gender equality, what do we mean by acceleration? That means whatever effort or whatever projects, whatever programs we have been having for women should be doubled or tripled. That is the meaning of acceleration. Where are we as the people of Arua city today? As the people of Arua city today. In Uganda, we have been able to achieve at least 30% of positions of women in this government, and where today that our mothers and daughters appreciate the fact that our first lady of the country is a woman, the speaker of Ugandan parliament is a woman, we have the vice president who is also a woman, we have the prime minister who is a woman, and then those also we have in our homes, they are women, the mothers, all of them, these are women. And today we want to say that as we celebrate this day, we should indeed give women access to improving their livelihood. How do they improve their livelihood? Or how do we help the women to reach at the level where we can acquire or we can have an equal world? One, women have been constrained by so many negative cultural norms, and that is still biting us today. For instance, if you are to look at the statistics of Uganda today, we have many girl child that are dropped out of school. Some of them are being sexually abused, harassed actually, early child marriages, even sacrifices at the same time. They still feel women do not have the rights to own land. They think that women cannot stand to speak before the public. Indeed, all these stereotypes and biasness that has been preventing so many women from achieving the equal world. Not only that, today, if you are to move around, women have a lot of information gap. When it comes to information gap, women are not aware about what's happening. Like for instance, we have policies that we make, the laws that favor women, protect their rights, and even empower them. But most of women are not aware. Women are mostly in the informal sector. minding the economic empowerment. Because if they don't go out to survive today, then nobody can be there to support them. Yes, as much as we know that women cannot exist alone, they have their husbands, which we have to respect, that they are the heads of the family, but women are the managers of their own homes. And for these reasons, we need to come together as the people of Arua City to support, to economically give strength to our women, whereby we can be able to support them. It could be in the form of not only finances. You can actually train a woman to become a better person through even just empowering them. You can call them and sit with them and talk to them. If you talk to a woman, you remember when you educate a woman, you have educated the entire family. And women don't give up easily. We women, the way we are created by God, we are so beautiful. There is no woman who is ugly in this universe. And you can now imagine that indeed we are the definition of God's creation. And indeed, as we are created in that nature, women today continue to struggle with life. And by the way, a woman will be crying. She will be in her home having a lot of challenges, even stress. But once one comes up, once somebody comes across this woman asking what's happening to her, she can simply tell you she's fine, yet she's not fine. That means that we have a fertile heart that God has given us as women of this country, and specifically Arua City. We have a fertile heart. We can manage to handle everything that comes, every difficulties that comes our way. And therefore, we celebrate the women of Arua City, and we look up to the government. I know government has put so many projects in place. However, those projects, somehow they have contributed a lot in the lives of the women. But remember, the theme of today informs us to unlock the power, the opportunities, and also women's rights. That means we have to double. It's not still enough. We have IMYOGA in place that few women they have been benefiting. And then we also have PDM, where I can see across the entire country, national-wise, where women at least are giving good feedback about this PDM. But still, it's not enough again. Government will not stop there, will continue giving. But remember, the projects like GROW, you know, on the floor of Parliament, we have been having an issue battling this GROW. We just hear GROW project. In West Nile, we don't know where GROW project is. Even as far as I'm concerned, I don't think GROW project is in Arua. Where could it be? The other day, I tasked the Minister of Gender. I wanted to be laid I requested through the Honorable Speaker to be laid on the floor of Parliament, district by district, cities by cities. We want to know how many women are benefiting from this GROW. We are told it's a project for the rich. So even if it's a project for the rich, you bring it, want our share. It's about resource sharing. We can't allow our national cake to go on one side. It's not okay. We are there, we are supposed to share resources. And now women are constrained. Now you can imagine a web. How many did women benefit from a web? As much as government has put so many interventions to empower women, we still need to accelerate more. For me, as the woman MP of the area, you can see I've been also empowering the women through my circles. They are doing very well, village by village, village by village. You need to empower an ordinary woman who's down there. Remember, the social economic transformation of women. If you are to move in this city, most of the businesses carried by these women are just having low income. I think it's of low income. Now, how do you support this kind of woman to come up to where I am? Not everyone can be a politician, no. But we need to support these women in any form. We need to support them. Women can be everywhere. We can be scattered. But all in all, we must be in a position to reach to have equal world with the rest of the world. Our husbands are there. We respect them. And by the way, in some homes now, as I talk about that, if we take the UBOS 2022, the UBOS status that was given to us, you know now about 39% of that is now, women are now leading, they are now heads of the family, because responsibilities, have been shifted to the women. So only if we can come together and also address the issues of the girl child drop out of schools. There is a project government is running under presidential initiative for girl child, but it's not down here. We don't feel the impact here. It's only in the central. But there's a new one that has come. It's led by the First Lady, by the Prime Minister and the Vice President. Since they're all women, they are actually trying to carry out a national campaign for the school dropouts, especially girls who got pregnant during the studies. They want them to go back, give birth, and they come back to school. So the program is called, second chance? Yeah, it's a second chance given to the women who have been, the girls who have been intercepted in schools and got pregnant. They have given birth, and they're calling them to come back to school. So the skilling part of it is lacking. We need to skill them. There's no way in this Uganda that we can have everybody have one profession. There is no way. So we have to skill these kind of women, this kind of girl child, even the boy. By the way, the boy child too as well. We have to train them such that they can become better people in life. And also, in today's world, we must know that in the financial industry settings, women are about 32%. In money-making economy, they have been left behind, by the way. They are very behind. As much as we are trying our best to bring women up, but there are so many efforts that has to be made, not only by the government of Uganda, it could even be by the leaders, the civil society. Anyone who feels like can empower a woman indeed should consider that these women are the face and are the hopes of this universe. Lastly, I want to say that as we celebrate this day, let's give women chance. Let's give chance to women to test their capabilities. These women are very brilliant. Some of them have not gone to school. Today, how do you support that woman who has not even known how to read ABCD? How about the girl child? At least if my mother didn't go to school, we should be able to support the girl child to go to school, to empower the nation through scholarships. The state has scholarships. Even the Ministry of Education has scholarships. But what we do not know is that women the girl child who are benefiting from these scholarships, what we do not know is the statistics. Because yes, as much as it is there, but these days we don't understand certain things that are ongoing. It just takes us by surprise. So let's celebrate the women. Let's praise the women. It's only for one day, but this day is only meant for us. It's only a one day thing. But I pray that every father outside there celebrates, or every person in the family, if you're given birth by a lady, because women are birth life givers, they are caretakers. If you have been given birth by a woman, and then celebrate her every day. We should not only wait for this International Women's Day to celebrate the women. We can celebrate them in our own ways. You remember, our status are all different. We're not placed in the same position, but in any way, even the women themselves, by the way, I request that you stop fighting your fellow women. You have seen a woman who is progressing in business. Now you want to go and fight that one and drag her down. What's the need of this for, instead of going to her to seek knowledge from how she achieved that success of being lifted in business? How do you reach out to there? Go and seek information. And even them who are now successful should be able to provide free information. It does not cost anybody to tell you that, please, this is how I started, and this is how I grew up. And for you to achieve this, you must do ABCD. It's not hard. God has given us life, and He has given us free services. Why don't you follow the law of nature? You also provide information free of charge to somebody. Today, as it marks the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Actions, we pray that as we celebrate today, women should be pampered. In fact, pamper us. Please, today give us, in fact, we should be sitting down People are fasting. We are fasting today. Sit us down. Bring sodas. This time, even you bring a hanky. Say, now I don't need to sweat. I don't want my woman to sweat. Be able to do that in the kitchen. Let me be the one to go. Even water. Take for me water. I want to shower today. Because every day we have been doing it. I was only once. Please, men, I ask you, our husbands, our brothers, our friends, our relatives, our heads of the family. Because whether we like it or not, we are still women and we respect our husbands. They are still the heads of the family and we are the managers of their homes. So today they should be able, we request, it's not a command, but we request only for this day that please do for us the things that we have been doing for you people in order for us to feel that we're also in place and we will continue celebrating. I wish you happy Women's Day. Let's celebrate this day consciously, knowing that we're also fasting in the Lent period, and some people are also in Ramadan. We pray that may the grace of God sit upon all of us, upon our families. May we continue to provide our services. It's only God who can pay us all. Happy Women's Day. Remember that we are the creation of God, and indeed we must reflect that creation, that love God gave us as women, as the owners, as the managers of our families. Let's be sober and let's celebrate this day.
The challenge is there are women who are winning in the city here, but the conditions, the issues of land title,
collateral,
and the 4 million capital required.
You know, Grow Project has made all of us annoyed. In fact, I want to speak on behalf of West Nile. We, the women members of Parliament of West Nile, are not happy about it. Because we have been hearing, we have been hearing grow. For the last, I think now it's coming to 2 years. But for us, the information we had was that Grow is a project that is yet to come. Without even knowing that it's already in place. That is yet to come. So all along we knew that it's yet to come. Without knowing, it was not until complaints started coming, and then we started picking interest. Where is this Grow? We were told this project is coming. Until date, the project is not there, but we hear somewhere in some regions they have given this money. What's happened to Grow? And in that Grow project, again, we're informed that there are so many conditions. Indeed, you see the barriers I was telling you, the negative culture norms that women cannot have access to land.
Yeah.
Now you see, you are telling a woman to bring land title as a collateral in order to access this. Which kind of a thing? Are we trying to help the women, or we are putting that money there to be eaten? That is the truth, because the corruption is order of the day in Uganda here. Now, the Grow project the other day, we demanded on floor of Parliament. I even stood up and I requested the minister to inform us, to inform Parliament what went wrong. Is it now that the Minister of Gender and Labour just implements program without notifying Parliament or without bringing it on the floor of Parliament? What is the problem? Now, at least our call for this Grow project by all, not only by me, there were so women who submitted to this very, very important subject, and Speaker requested the minister to come, the cabinet minister for Labour and Gender, to come on floor of Parliament, to come and present a full report about Grow, because we want to hear. And now, if others have been benefiting, we have not benefited. Now, are they going to double our money? In fact, even not even doubling, tripling, because now other people are saying they have received it 3 years. Even where they have received it, there are problems. Women cannot still access it. Now, is the money given to women, or it is there to stay with the bank owners? So this is another challenge that cannot drive women to have the equal world we're talking about today. So it's a very big challenge, and that one we are demanding the government to give us the answers. And indeed, if at all it's presented on that day, we shall ask questions, and also we shall inform our electorates about it. That's about Grow. And then secondly, PDM. Indeed, it is in this city, Arua city, where I was told, and I heard, even the videos went viral, that women, before they access PDM money, I hear you have to give others some money, 200,000? You have to give it out there before they give you the remaining balance of. Now, if you give 200,000, they give you 1 million. That means 800,000. Besides that, I was also told in this very city in Arua Central that even the leaders of This PDM are demanding sex from women. I don't know if it's happening elsewhere in other countries. It's very embarrassing. This is now the work of security. These projects were designed for good intentions, not a bad one. Now, why would you come and start demanding for a woman for sex? Don't you have a wife at your home there? Why do you want to sleep with somebody's daughter? In fact, the police should even arrest that kind of person. Why would you do that? And now, we should not sleep on duty. These things all arise. Women are very shy. I'm happy about the men. The men are bold, and they will not allow to be bullied or teased by somebody. But a woman, a Arua woman who has not gone to school, a Arua woman who has not even known. By the way, we are here talking. Some people have never come to the city, Arua city, in town here. They are down there in the village. Now you go deep down there, you harass that kind of person. Do you think that kind of woman will go and report? She will shy off. You see? And when she shies off, she's left with the burden of that pain. Indeed, the security should be in charge of that. We have them for us. We are here. Their voices. We represent them on floor parliament. Whatever thing that has gone wrong, can they inform us about what is happening? And for us, we represent them. But the other things are left for security. If a person's name has been mentioned in this, then what's security waiting for? Because if not, it's going to start escalating to the rest of the nearby districts, even to other sides of the country, by the way. So this is not what PDM was meant for. This is not what PDM was meant for, and I want to request the PDM committee of Arua City that please, indeed, let's use the money, give the money to the women. Don't frustrate, in fact, the money that is, these people already did, they already verified them. Why must you now, at the verge of giving money, demand for funny things? You'll even survive if the woman is that woman who is not stubborn. But there are those women who are very stubborn, they can even castigate you. And there are those women who can also be stubborn and they can do so many things. So that particular part should be left for security. The security of this city should take certain things they should take certain things in charge. I cannot leave Kampala, or I cannot come all the way from Kampala, or I cannot be in the city here to go and arrest somebody, because that's not my work. But however, the person has to be brought to book. Indeed, we condemn brutality in Uganda. The other day we were discussing about how women are being abused. Today in Uganda, if you are to sit down and reflect, when it comes to time for campaigns, by the way, we're now even heading to campaigns now, in a very bad period now. Do you know why there are low vote turnouts? It's because of violence against. It could not only be against women alone, even against you, against the youth. We should let's allow people to exercise their rights. We're in a multi-party system. It is them to choose their choice. Now, if it has become a problem, what are we doing with the parties then? So, women have been abused. Now, recently, there is this by-election that has been taking place in Kampala there, in Kawempe. Very embarrassing. How can you unleash jat? That is terror. You bring it to come and beat people? And where a woman was, one of they hit her here on the eye. And then after being, even the law of human nature, instead of you have hurt the woman, instead of taking her, at least provide her some quick treatment, you leave her there. Me, I want to condemn strongly brutality of the military against women. Not only the military, even the police. If you have done something wrong, can you apprehend me, take me to where I'm supposed to be, until when I'm produced in the court of law? Why must you be the one to brutalize me? And at what level did we reach as a country to start brutalizing? Because now these women, you're talking about guns, my friend. You know how we fear guns in Uganda? You have a gun, I don't have a gun. How can I now really coordinate with you? We can't. There's no conversation there. Because anything small, I know you can blow my head. Why? A gun should be kept away. The gun is a gun. It should be kept away. It's supposed to be meant for forces, reserved for forces, kept away from the eyes of the public. Allow everybody to exercise their rights. If I'm not liked, so be it. If you're not liked, so be it. If you're liked, people will still vote for you. But now, you know the reason as to why some of us lose NRM seats. It's because we are the ones who decampaign. We are the reasons why some of the NRM seats are not there. We want to protect our candidates as NRM, but while doing other wrong things to other people. Automatically, that's a sympathy. Whether I like it or not, sympathy. That person will get sympathy vote. Why don't you allow me to run? Let that one run, and then we shall sort it out. So in this country, the Electoral Commission, with what I saw in Kawempe, the Electoral Commission of Kampala is sleeping on duty. Because there's no way you allow all these things to happen to women and then you keep quiet. Nothing is to be said. No one is even arrested. No one is brought to the book. And who gives these orders? We don't know. Because the police are saying we don't know. The military are saying we don't know. Which one is now? Who is now? How do you now believe? How now me who is just a civilian, an ordinary Ugandan? If all of you now you don't know, how about me? Who will ever answer that question to me? So women are really suffering when it comes to, by the way, to violence. They are the first people to suffer. It's the women, and you know the youths follow. Women and youth, by the way, they're not apart. They're always together. Youth and women, they move in hand. So indeed, it's not a good thing. Since we're heading towards to campaigns, and today is International Women's Day, may we try, some things can be avoided. Let's try and avoid creating a lot of anger in people right now by hurting women, innocent, even the youths. Nobody deserves to be beaten. Nobody deserves to be, only that during the process of all this, time will just tell and it will come to pass. This is our country. If we don't love our country, if we are not patriotic enough to our country, who else will ever? We are Ugandans, because even you cannot have another country. You are Ugandan and you will be a Ugandan forever. So let's try to lower some of these things we do that do not make people happy. And even in the security, some of them are not happy because of seeing certain things. It's not true that security are also happy doing. You cannot imagine you are harming somebody's mother. You assume if that was your own. You find me beating your mother like that. Won't you kill me? You can even react badly. So let's learn to respect women's rights. They have their rights. They may not talk. They may be there hidden in homes. But they also people, they breathe. They also have that pain. May we learn how to respect them. These are mothers who give birth to all of us here in this universe. There is nobody who came alone. And do you know what it means to give birth? Most women are dying here in the hospitals. In fact, thank God, if yours have survived, we say hallelujah to God. They are dying here in the hospitals while giving birth. For that, please, let's stop brutality. It makes us, feel very terrible, though we don't talk as women.
Lastly, supporting women in need.
We are working hand in hand with the partners. Like we have development partners here in Arua city here. If you are to move to Reki, down there in Oluko former sub-county, I've seen there are so many NGOs who pick such kind of women. Most especially women who are in need, like those that are crippling on the ground, those women who do not have hands and legs, who are in a very bad state. So I've seen NGOs have come up, even by the way, they construct for them houses. Very nice one. They construct for them houses. They even give them money to support them. And those are whites doing it. Now, those NGOs who are doing it in Iriki there, they can also apply elsewhere. Only that, we don't know now their resource envelope, how much they have. But as a country, we have the representatives of all these interest groups. We have them. They're there in parliament. Now, what do they have for this kind of people? It's not true that these people are not represented. They are. Only that what I've seen from there, the stereotypes I've been talking about today, does not only apply to women, it also applies to people with people with disability. By the way, they are very marginalized. They're the first people who are marginalized, by the way. You go to the hospitals and check, do we have delivery beds for women who are in that kind of state? Do we have them? We do not have them. When even they're passing here on the road here, where there is a zebra crossing, do we respect them? Do those vehicles respect them? Do those motorbikes respect them? So they're the first people to be marginalized. Indeed, the acceleration we're talking about today of gender equality should involve that woman who is in need. Not only woman who is in need, because people who are in interest, interest group, their state, it's not okay. So we can support them as a country, even with the leaders. We can also have by our own efforts. We can make it not be always that we should wait for the NGOs. No. If we wait for the government, yes, government may have it, but it cannot be enough, I think, to cater for the entire country. But even if we, the leaders, decide to come on board to support them, at least that kind of woman, you give her something to move off with her life. She can have. They do business. By the way, one thing we are forgetting: these people have brain more than us. People with disability. There are those specific things God has given them that we do not have. Those people have a lot of brains, but the way God has created them must appreciate that. That is how God created them. It's by nature. So, on this Women's Day, we look forward to celebrating women with disability. It could be people, women who are blind. It could be any form of disability. We want to appreciate them, and we want to say that even affirmative action. It was affirmative action that brought their leaders now in parliament, but it's not enough. Because what is there, the resource inflow of the government? All the time when there are projects related to such kind of people, they will say there is no money. It has always been about money. No enough resources, so they have been limited. And now, how I wish the government could consider this kind of people first.